Good morning and welcome to day 12 of our second annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage. I'm Sherry Pluskota, aka Peaches, and Software Brian Pinkus is here as co-host, even though he's on the fast track to Vegas and traveling this morning. So good morning, Software.
Can you hear me, Sherry?
I can hear you. Are you at the airport yet?
Oh, are you kidding? I was at the airport at 5 in the morning. It's absurd.
Talk about a degen. So, in other words, are you already in
I
Vegas?
am standing in the Paris. I've been bought in for like 6 hours now. Don't do the math. Um, man, haven't they heard of like 8 o'clock flights?
Well, and some people would curse you to say, because you said that, right?
Eesh. I was like, I couldn't get a flight at midnight. Couldn't get a flight at like 8 a.m. 5:30, my plane took off.
Ugh,
And it's the first time in my whole life that I've been like half an hour early just sitting there. It's just like,
that I believe.
oh man, it was brutal.
Welcome, Donna. I'm glad you're joining us from the UK this morning.
Thank you, my darling. Sorry about last night. I got a bit pissed and I fell asleep.
That was code for she was in a drunken stupor and fell asleep last night and missed out on Joe Stapleton,
I
who
know
was
I'm
such a fun guest.
He was great.
gutted. I was absolutely gutted because I really set my alarm and I slept through it. But I'm driving to
Uh-oh,
Leeds.
did that?
I'm going to pull over into the services so I can do the spaces with you.
Okay, honey. All right. Well, just be safe,
I
okay? And
I
we'll chat
will.
with
I'm
you in a
fine.
minute.
I'm in the first lane, which is a slow lane for a change.
Okay, did anybody catch what she just said? What'd you say, Donna? Oh, I'm sorry,
I
honey.
said I'm in the slow lane. The first lane. Oh, shit.
I have.
They're going too slow for me.
I have no
I'll
fucking
speak to
idea
you.
what she just said. Did you,
I
Brian?
She's
will
got that
speak.
UK
I will
craziness
speak.
going over there. I think it. I
I'll
think it
speak
must
to
have
you.
to do with mimosas or something, Sherry.
All right.
I will speak to you in the services.
Okay, perfect.
Mimosas and spotted dick. That's my
Now she's not
guess.
here to look. She's not here to defend herself. So when she comes back with us, I want you to say that to
All
her
right.
because it will be quite fun. Please be reminded you can find the recordings of our past spaces on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please subscribe. Also, Brian, tell us where to find your Vegas vlogs.
Software Brian on YouTube, and yeah, so that's
Perfect.
perfect.
I'm expecting the second one at the end of this week because he's going to be in Vegas at the final table and we're going to be rooting him on from
That's
afar.
the plan.
And if he forgets to mention me in this vlog, it's on like Donkey Kong. Just saying.
Yeah, I better come up with something for Sherry there. Something special,
We
something
love special.
meaningful.
That's hilarious. I just want to give a little shout out to Joey Ingram, who just announced he partnered up with the GTO Wizard. So, congrats to Joey. Some of you may or may not know that I have Joey to thank for getting me involved uh, with a certain somebody to help him get a space going and maybe make a second resurrection of his life in the world of entertainment. I have Joey to thank for that. Donna does too. But anyway, moving right along, let's look at what's going on around town today. I know, Brian, I'm going to just go ahead and read the tournaments out and let you off the hook, bud. So today at the Aria, it is the 8th, right? Yep. At 12 o'clock, the Aria has a $3,500 no limit championship. Day 1B for $3 million in that guarantee. At the Venetian at 11:10, there's a $1,600 no limit ultimate stack day 1B. It's a $750 guarantee, 750K guarantee, $1,600 buy-in. That's at the Venetian. Over at the Wynn today, there's a 12 o'clock no limit, $1,100 buy-in, 250K guarantee, as well as at 1,800 a 5-card PLO turbo for 1,100, 100K guarantee. Over at the Golden Nugget today, there's a no limit tournament at 11 o'clock, 25 guarantee. I'm sorry, $25,000 guarantee, $250 buy-in. At 1 o'clock is the Big O tournament, 20K guarantee, $340 buy-in. At 1,500 hours, the Golden Nugget has a no limit, 250,000 guarantee, $250 buy-in. That at $1,900 hours at the Golden Nugget is a turbo no limit, 250,000 guarantee, $250 buy-in. Over at the Orleans at 11 o'clock is a no limit mega stack, 40K guarantee, $400 buy-in at $1,600. 1,600 hours, there's a no limit 1K milestone bankroll builder for $120. Donna, can you mute yourself, please? And then at 1,800 hours is a no limit super stack 20K guarantee for a $200 buy-in. Donna, I wonder if she just clicked on the mic. Donna, can you hear me? Donna.
I can't mute her either.
I know I can't either. So, okay. I'm just going to take her down for right now until she gets back to her phone and sees that she and I'm going to re-invite her right away so she'll see that there was an issue. Over at the
Technical
MGM Grand,
difficulties.
right, the MGM is partnering with the Moneymaker Tour, and today at 10 o'clock, they have the PLO Mystery Bounty Flight A, $500 buy-in, 250,000 guarantee, 30,000 starting stack. At 6 p.m., there will be Flight B for that tournament, and don't miss it. Sounds like fun. Brian, what are you going to play today?
I'm gonna come in with my sword and whatever gladiators carry other than swords, shields, I guess, and
Right?
do battle in the gladiator.
I love
Hey
that.
Sherry, I gotta say, I bought this new mic, so hopefully you can hear me okay.
Oh, whoop whoop! It's
It
working
was
great
only
right
300
now.
bucks, so
Hey, I
and
like
it
it.
had nothing to do with my
So,
daughter's graduation or my vlog.
well, of course not, or not in the elementary school walkthrough. Come on, who are you kidding
Yep,
now?
yep.
You're talking to Sherry here. Well, I want to get on to the WSOP, so I'm going to pull up the wonderful WSOP. I always look for them for the right answers. So, day 12 bracelet event schedule is as follows: 10 a.m., $300 no limit gladiator, which Brian is going to take down, flight C. 12 p.m. is the 25K no limit high roller, day 3. 1 p.m. is the $1,500 deuce to 7 triple draw low ball, day 3. 1 p.m. is the $1,500 no limit shootout, day 2. 1 p.m. is the 10K PLO 8 or better, day 2. 2 p.m. is the $3,000 limit hold'em, day 1. At 3:30 is the $600 no limit deep stack online. Non-bracelet events today are the 12 p.m. $50 Gladiators Landmark, the 1 p.m. $250 no limit Poker News Deep Stack, the 3 p.m. $240 no limit Landmark for 2,000 in chips. At 4 p.m., the $400 no limit Turbo. At 6 p.m., the $2,700 no limit Landmark. At 7 p.m. is a $580 no limit Landmark for 5K in chips. At 8 p.m. is the $200 Turbo. At 10 p.m. is the $135 no limit landmark for 1,000 in chips. So that's what's going on at the WSOP. And Brian, why aren't you playing in the shootout today?
That is very mean, Sherry. Very,
Why?
very mean. Because you're the reason I'm not playing. I would have totally done it, but you said no. You said I should be at my daughter's graduation, that was more important than a poker tournament. So I followed your directions.
Well, and I love that you did because family is always first, except there is a flight C today for the shootout. So what's your
What?
excuse?
What time?
I just read
What
I
what
just read
time?
that. See,
Oh
you
my
guys,
gosh.
he never listens to what I
Wait a
say, you
second. What
guys.
time is the
Never.
shootout?
He never listens.
What time is the shootout?
Oh no, I lied.
Oh,
I lied.
day
I lied.
two.
I
Day
lied.
two of the shootout.
You day two of the shootout.
Oh,
Damn it.
Sherry, you got me all
Damn
excited.
it. Damn it.
I was running to the cage. I was going to drop out of the 300
Damn
or
it.
mul-
No, you know what I got it mixed up with? The Gladiator is Flight C
or
today.
or
Damn it.
multi-table. I would have multi-tabled that maybe. No, I don't know. Probably not.
I would have loved to hear your commentary as you're doing that. I'm running.
Yeah,
I'm running over the gladiator table right now.
yeah,
I only have 5 minutes.
yeah. I talked about that on the clip this morning that I filmed. I was like, we're not quite to that level where we're just gonna fire off here and blow off $300 buy-ins like they're nothing and just go for it. But yeah. But if I had won the first event, yeah, then we would be firing off for sure.
Different story, right?
We would be
Different
we would
story.
have talked Jack into doing a flight C of the shootout just for at least my table.
Just for Brian. I love
That
it.
is a great
I
event.
love
I mean, honestly, like, if you're in that, I don't know if you call that middle stakes. It feels like it isn't middle stakes. For here, it's middle stakes, but
right.
uh, but it's such a good event. I mean, basically, usually most years it's three tables. It's like a triple shootout, and you got your bracelet. My gosh, like it seems so easy, shit.
Yeah, until you're sitting at that table sweating it, and then you're like, well, this may not be as easy as I thought it was
Well,
because I'm
yeah,
still making it through a pretty good field, right?
and the difference between your first round and your second round are night and day. I mean, my first round, I called the guy with Jack High. It was good. My second round, I'm sitting with like everybody I know, so that wasn't so good.
Right, right. I hear you, bud. Well, you know what? I want to give a little shout out to a space cadet. Ronnie Bardall finished seventh in event number 19 for
There we
43,000.
go.
So kudos to him, right?
That's a great cash.
Hell yeah. Good. That's a great way to start your WSOP summer for sure. Also, Tanya, of the owner of the Run Good series, he finished 30th place. I don't remember the event, but he cashed out for $4,300. So congrats to Tana. Good stuff
Yep.
happening. Next one we're going to be reading about is Brian for sure. Did you see Rob Gardner's tweet yesterday? It was the following: guy at the table next to me collapsed. They're doing CPR. We are still playing poker. Send prayers. And Ela Neat, who's a friend of mine, responded with the following suggestions. Please immediately call 911 when you see a medical emergency in the
Yeah.
casino. Don't wait for the casino to do it because they have procedures to do before they call the 911, so that causes delays. So that's a great suggestion. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know about the procedures or all that, but he's right about the idea. If you have somebody collapse, call the ambulance. Like, don't ask questions or whatever. I had a family member that used to work for me that had epilepsy, and he would pass out. He'd be so mad at me, Sherry. But like, as a company, we had a policy, right? Like, you have that kind of thing on site. You're getting in the ambulance. I'm sorry. So he never liked it because he was going to get a big bill, but I'm sorry, you're going for a ride. So it's funny, like people, not funny, but like people sometimes they're just hesitant to call the ambulance. Should we call? Should we not call? If you ask
Right.
yourself that question, just call. Just call. Trust me. You're
Err on the side of safety
yeah,
and getting someone there to
you're
help fast, right?
literally never have I called and then regretted calling. Like just call, you know? So, the,
100%. And I'm going to just add to that. That's at any business you're at. If somebody fall is having a medical emergency, falls down, collapses, whatever, just call 911.
the
You don't even have to talk to anyone. You could just walk away, call 911, and be on your merry way. It's better to err on the side of getting help there quickly. And that's in any business you're at
the
anywhere.
other thing
That's
I want to mention is, you know, I was going back and forth with Kessler overnight about this whole thing where he mucked his cards and whatever his name is, Pearl Jammer or whatever his name is, I think, reached into the pot, reached into the muck and flipped his cards over. And and
oh hell
and
no. I haven't seen
okay,
that, so
okay,
go
but
ahead.
wait, Sherry. Here's the thing. You know, yeah, I can't remember what his name is. Pearl Jammer. He's not supposed to do that. He's not supposed to reach in the muck. Like Alan was outraged about that. But
As he should be.
Alan caused the problem to begin with. He's trying to get away with something. He's trying to get his cards into the muck because he was all in, and he knows damn well that that hand was supposed to be turned over and tabled. He just showed one card. Oh, you should have known what I had. The rest of it, none of the rest mattered. No bullshit. You put your cards in the muck so that you could try to, you know, high, not follow the rules. So that's where we went off the grid. And when you sit there and argue about it, listen, I'm not going to make any minces about this. Like you, me, everybody, we've probably done that from time to time. Hey, if I get this in the muck, then you know, then I don't have to show, right? But like your
Well, it's not only that. Well, I'm going to stop you right there. Yes, that is a thought process sometimes, but the thought process also is I'm just surrendering to you. Oh, good
I,
hand.
I
You
I
got my
don't have
beat,
a
and
problem.
I'm mugging my
I
hands.
yeah.
So
So
it's a surrender too. You know what I mean?
what I mean to say is he's not scummy there. It's not right. You you know that you're supposed to table your hand. You toss it in the muck, like
Yeah, but
whatever.
shouldn't the dealer? Yeah, but don't you? I would ask the dealer. Dealer, I need to see those cards. It was a all in,
Right,
and the dealer should be reaching in the muck,
right.
not another
Right,
player.
but I've seen this where the person does this like quick like get it in the muck, right? Like and then you're mad that the
Yeah,
person's
sure.
going into the muck to dig out your cards. No, you you arguing that, that's what I finally said to Alan. I don't think he's scummy. I think he's just misunderstood. Like he's not thinking about it right, is what I'm saying. And but when you really think about it, he's breaking the rules and then he's crying about the other guy breaking the rules who was trying to enforce the rules, right? Like it's wrong, no doubt about it. Like you shouldn't go into the muck and turn over cards. Like that is, there's not a universe where that exists. But I'm not going to buy the argument that, oh, you shouldn't be in there. Like you just at all times shouldn't be in there. Yeah, I get, I maybe I'm confusing here the way that I'm saying this, but like I get that argument, but it's scummy in some ways. Like I'm not gonna. I think Alan's heart is in the right place. I want to be very clear about that. I love the guy. I think he's a great guy. I've known him for 20 years. I don't think that he's purposely thinking about it like that. But listen, there's a rule. When you're all
Well,
in,
I, well,
table your hand.
I hear you. Well, and I hear you loud and clear. But when you said that he turned over one of his cards and then mucked both of them, to me, that's a signal of, out of respect for the other player, I'm going to show him the
No,
one
this was like
card and
PLO.
surrender. And
This was like some other game. So it wasn't just two cards. There was, it was like a four card game or something like that. I don't even know what game it
okay,
was, but
But my point is, and hear me out.
Yeah.
My point is, by him turning over the one card, to me, he's surrendering the hand. It's not that he's angling that he doesn't want to show his cards because he's showing one.
100%.
It's to me, it is he's surrendering his hand, and out of respect for the opponent, he's going to show him
He's
one
going to
card.
show him
Now
and hit.
the opponent, let me finish. The opponent should say, "It's an all-in hand dealer. I want to see all the cards," and the dealer should have already been reaching to turn those cards over before the player even had to say something. The dealer should have been right on top of that and said, "Oh no, it's not all in hand. We need to see all of those cards," right? And that's the dealer's
Right.
job. So
And
I think that Alan calling him out for doing it is, that's not a good thing because five wrongs don't make a right,
right.
and I agree with
You,
that a
you
hundred
broke the
percent.
rules, and none of us were there, but let's just say, right?
Right,
Let's just say Alan flips over the one card and then throws it in the muck really quick, right? I see people do this, right?
right,
And by the way,
right,
Alan's point was I showed you the king that was like the important card for whatever reason, whatever game. He couldn't win, right? But like the
right.
player's entitled to see all the cards. Alan knows that. And and him insisting on the rules being followed, yeah, he was wrong reaching into the muck, but that doesn't absolve you of, and it's like you got a speeding ticket this time. Like you should have you should have not been speeding. We all do it sometimes, but you sitting here arguing about how you're in the right, like no, you're not in the right.
Yeah, right. And that's I think the bigger for me is the bigger issue is why would you go public with that? Because everybody was a little bit wrong, right?
Right.
And so why go public with that? Because not only are you calling out somebody else, but you're also calling yourself out. And really, is all that shit necessary? Hell no. And you guys know I like Alan, and I think he does a lot for the
He's
community.
one of my favorite
Um,
people. And
and he's one of
And
mine
none of
too.
this is to say that he's a scumbag or a scammer or anything like that, but just that I think he should have
So
handled it
let me
differently.
so let me ask you this
Hypocritical,
question.
shall we say?
What?
Right.
Hypocritical.
Let me
Because
ask you. Oh, go ahead, Donna.
if it happened to him,
Right.
then he'd be straight on there saying, "Oh, it's all wrong, blah, 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 one thing and
Yep.
another." But he knows better. And that's the thing that people are getting onto him
Yep.
about. He knew better. He had to table all his cards,
Well, of
not just show
course, of
one.
course. But
But
like I
he's
said, we've all had people muck their cards surrendering. So anyway, let me ask you this question, software. Have you now been blocked by Alan?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Just kidding.
Hopefully
Just
not. I tried to say it nicely. I mean, I'm just like, I'm on your side, Alan.
I'm sure
Let's
he
see.
did
Let's
not
see.
block you. I'm just poking fun
No,
at
he
you
didn't
because
block me yet.
you and I talk about it often, like, oh shit, we'll probably get blocked for that. But it is what it is, and people have reasons to block people. I do,
I,
you do,
I'm
whatever.
his biggest cheerleader. And I,
Uh,
by the way, just last week I sent a DM to somebody who's a well-known player and made a comment about Allen, and I didn't like it, and I let him know I didn't like it. And they, in fairness, they responded and said, "I've known Allen for 20 years, just like you, and and he understands that I'm kidding, and whatever. He gives it to me, I give it to him, and whatever, like it's all good."
right. All good. All right, let's get on to yesterday's results right quick. Event number 16 was the 5K no limit tournament. Prize pool had a 3 million, and there were 660 entries, and we found a winner in Brent Hart of the US. He takes home 660K for his efforts. Eddie Ochana was his heads up opponent, and he takes home 440,000 for his efforts.
Rumor is that this guy Brett was at the craps table on the breaks of the final table, so We're not sure how long he's going to keep it, but apparently a lot of people are in line for a payout here. He's supposedly owes some money, so hopefully,
So we will
hopefully
see if
some
that
people
all
get paid
develops.
before he gets back to the craps table.
I will pray for it because life is easier when you pay your bills. Event number 18 is the 1,500 pot limit Omaha. Prize pool was 1.9 million. There were 1,469 entries, and we have a winner. Dylan Wiseman of the U.S. takes home 294K. Your favorite and mine, Chino Reem, was his heads up opponent. He takes 196K. And the leader that was going into yesterday was Durkowski, and of Poland, and he ended up coming in fourth place for 101,000. So congrats to those winners. Any comments?
Yeah, Dylan has been talking some crap on to Sean Deeb. I don't know if you saw that.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, he was just putting up his results and talking. I don't know. He's won how much? 3 million or something like that this year.
Uh, Let's see. This tournament he won 294,000. So I don't know what his lifetime earnings
Yeah,
are. Um, so I did not see him talking shit to Sean
he
Deebs. I might have to go
he
look that
he
up.
had a meme with his final table picture, and him and I don't know his wife or girlfriend or whatever pointing to the left, and then I think they must have dropped Sean in there, like just needle.
I will definitely go look for that because I'm sure it's quite amusing. You know, I love those memes. Go ahead, Donna.
Yeah, I'm going to have to drop, darling. So I just thought I'd pop in and support you while I could.
Well,
But I'm going
thank
to be
you, hon.
driving
Have a good
again.
day.
Oh, I'm going to have a blast.
I know you will.
Apparently, I've got my naughty head on.
I love it. Have fun, my friend. Have enough fun for the both of us.
Oh, and then some. There's three of us now. There's me, you, and Maxine.
I love it. I love it. When is she leaving?
17th, I
Okay.
think. No, she's leaving in 12 days. So yeah,
Okay.
I've got another road trip or so. I should have gone out with you last night. They come back at 3:30. But like, there was no way I was going out. So I'm going out with you probably next week. So that's
Awesome.
gonna be fun.
I love that.
Speak to you in a bit. Love
All
you.
right.
Bye,
Love you,
Brian. Bye,
honey.
everybody.
Bye. Have a good day.
Oh, wait. She's on the loose. Look out. Donna
Hopefully,
is on the
hopefully
loose.
no police chases today.
Or, she loves to chase those firemen. So hopefully no ambulance chasing either. But let's look at event number 19, which was the 10K limit event. Um, we got down to a winner, and he's a crowd favorite. John
There you go,
Raciner,
Racner.
Raciner. He took home 308,000, and your friend Chad Everslage was his heads up
Wow,
opponent, and he took home 205,000.
that guy came out firing last year.
Hell yeah, you did.
What do you?
Absolutely. And our friend, of course, Ronnie took home seventh place for 43K. Any more comments?
Good to see Ronnie get on the board.
I know. I'm happy for him. Hey, ASG, how are you?
All right, yeah. So, yeah, I was just gonna say with the chainsaw thing with the king, it's because they were playing. I forget which draw low game, and somebody had a queen, so he showed the king to say like, I definitely lost because queen high was the winner in the low game, and then he mucked the rest of the cards.
Yeah, but he's not showing what he was drawing. You know what I mean? Like he's purposely concealing information, and probably Pearl Jam's jammers seen him do it before. John Turner, right?
Yeah, it reminded me of You remember that thing with Poker Bunny like a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
So like she was in some big buy-in tournament, and she made a hero call, and she didn't want to show like, and she was wrong and lost the all in, and she didn't want to show like how light her hero call was, and just tried to like dive her cards into the muck.
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember that hand, but that's interesting, isn't it? I don't know if I
Yeah.
remember that hand.
Totally.
Wow. Well, thanks for that, ASG. Um, let's move on to event number 20, which is the $300 Gladiator of Poker No Limit tournament. And, the numbers are all still out, but, a crowd favorite, Dan Helmier, is in the top heap with 3.8 million in chips. But, a lot of poker to be left. Brian is here today to play that. So, look out, Dan. Any comments?
Yeah. I mean, everybody's playing for second, obviously, Sherry. So, you know, we're. I feel like we're deep already. You know,
Right, right.
although the tournament hasn't started, so that feeling might be gas.
And they had all the numbers messed up online today, so I'm not trusting any of the numbers. We'll catch up with the numbers tomorrow for sure. Let's move on to event
Can I
number
get
10.
a real quick question about that one?
Yeah, go ahead, Brandon. Welcome.
Is this the last flight for that one?
No, tomorrow.
So is
Date
this a
Tomorrow's the last
tournament where
flight.
you can play multiple flights and have multiple bags, or once you bag, that's it?
Or you can surrender your bag. I'm not sure. Do you know, Brian? Brian? Uh oh.
My
You're in the
headphones, so I
matrix.
can't hear you, and we're gonna do some stuff for the vlog before the tournament.
Okay, Brandon had a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I could
Okay,
barely hear you. You came back.
say it again, Brandon.
So is this one of those tournaments where you can take multiple bags, or once you enter again, you have to surrender your original bag?
I'm not totally sure, but I think that you. I don't know how. I shouldn't answer that. I
Okay.
think that you can make multiple bags. I'm not sure what happens with them. So
Okay, because you know what I'm talking about. Because some
yeah,
tournaments you,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
make multiple bags and you take your biggest one, or once you enter
yeah,
again, you surrender your original one and try again, right? I was just
yep.
yeah,
curious about this one.
yeah. I'm not sure on that. I think that you can um, enter after you advanced. But anyway, all right.
Okay,
Really, I
Yeah,
sounds
thought
good.
with all these tournaments, once you bag, and you can't enter another flight.
Yeah, check on it. I'm not honestly. I'm not sure.
well, and it just depends because sometimes they will let you surrender your bag. So, say if you only have 10K, a lot of people will do this. They only have 10K in chips. So they're
I
like, screw it. I surrender my bag. I'm going to just enter the flight again tomorrow, another flight tomorrow. So, in this case, I don't know. And I'd rather err on the
yeah.
side of we don't know than give the
Look
wrong
at the
information.
structure sheet. All right,
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
was
run,
just
guys.
All right. Thanks, Brian.
Bye.
Hey, good luck, bud. Keep me
Thanks.
updated.
All right, bye bye.
Let's move on to event number 21. It is the 25K high roller no limit. It has a prize pool of 5 million, 216 entries, and 12 are remaining to try to win that 1.4, or no, yeah, 1.4 million prize at the top of the prize pool. Min Cash was at 41st place for 50K. Brandon Wilson has 6.1 million in chips, and Stoyan Madazchif, Zif, I don't know. Let me spell it. Madanzhief of Bulgaria has 6 million in chips, and Michael Rico of the United States has 5.5 million. So lots of poker to be had there. Again, 12 remaining in event number 21. Event number 22 is the $1,500 deuce to seven low ball triple draw. It has 13 remaining. And a little shout out to Heather Elkhorn, who is a former WSOP Dealer of the Year. She's going into today with 1.3 million in chips, and she's tied for fifth in chip stack sizes. At this point, everybody is guaranteed $7,437. At the top of the prize pool for the first place winner is $146,000 waiting for them. You guys have any comments on either of those events? All right, moving on. Event number 23 is the $1,500 shootout, no limit, 1.9 million in prize pool money. There are 960 entries with 160 left. 33 are tied at the top of the heap of chips. Some of the notables would be Maria Ho, Jared Jaffe, and Mike Dentali. No payouts are listed as of the time of me doing the research this morning. Event number 24 is the 10K pot limit Omaha High Low or better, and Sean Winter, of the United States, is in first place of chip stack sizes with 378,000, and Warwick Mirsakin of Australia, I'm butchering that damn name, sorry. He has 361,000 in chips. So good luck to them. As of the time I researched, there were no payouts, and we will come back to find out those numbers for that tournament tomorrow. Go ahead,
Reverse
Brandon.
back to the last tournament.
Sure.
Mike, who now? Really? He hasn't been
Yeah.
shamed. He hasn't been shamed out of the poker room yet.
Oh no, he has not. And it is what it is, Brandon. Just
Okay,
like Mike,
I
Mike
don't want to bring up
Postel.
drama in your space. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
just making
okay.
sure I heard it right.
Yeah, no, we talked a little bit about him yesterday, I think it was. And it's just like Mike Postel. Still around town, around some towns playing poker, and people, there's some people that spit venom every time they hear that name, and the fact that he still gets to play, and it is what it is, right? um
Yeah. Okay. I'm
yep.
just making sure I heard that right. That's all.
Yep. And anybody, I have not heard any updates as to why 2+2 site is down, or why Poker Stars is leaving the Czech Republic. And Donna was supposed to report back to us. I bet she forgot. She's too busy having fun, and that's okay by me. We will get back to that. Now, for some fun facts about the Hall of Fame inductees. In 2011, Linda Johnson was inducted, and Linda was the publisher of Card Player magazine before selling it to Barry Schulman, in case some didn't know that. She, alongside Matt Savage and Jan Fisher, set up the Tournament Directors Association, which, of course, the TDA rules are the rules we go by in poker today. Linda was one of the founders of the WPT and a partner in Card Player Cruises. I thank Linda for being a pioneer in the world of poker and paving the way for women like me. In 2011, Barry Greenstein was inducted. Barry is nicknamed the Robin Hood of poker for his charity donations to Children Incorporated, which, of course, is just one of many charities Barry donates to from his profits from poker. In 2012, Brian Saylor Roberts was inducted. Saylor was a rounder traveling to play poker. He too played in the very first WSOP in 1970, along with Slim, Brunson, Puggy, Moss, Addington, and Cannon. In 2012, Eric Drash was inducted, and Eric was responsible for inventing the tournament satellites while running the WSOP in 1970 as a way to get more entries per tournament. Wow, what a visionary. So that is our fun facts about our inductees in our space today. I am going to cut it short today, you guys, because it's Sunday and we all should be out touching the grass today. I appreciate everybody that joined this morning. And I appreciate those that listen to the replay. Brandon, do you have anything you'd like to add before I sign off?
I would say you're mistaken on the day, but other than that,
What is today?
Saturday.
Oh my goodness. It is Saturday. Gigi's gone nuts. It's Saturday. I appreciate that correction as I always do. But you know
But
what? Saturday's a good day to touch grass too, eh?
since it's recorded, I will um, back you and go behind Miami John for Poker Hall of Fame this year.
Oh, thank you so much. Miami John is so deserving of that induction, and I'm glad you're climbing on board, and I hope you submit that.
I did
His
already.
Well, thank you. He is very deserving, along with Matt Savage. He's another deserving um, industry person. And it's going to be, I have not looked at the Hall of Fame rules this year, so I don't know if they've even changed anything. And we're going to talk about that this week. Now that nominations are being accepted, we will take a closer look at that. So I appreciate you letting me know that you voted for John. It means a lot to me, and it will mean a lot to him as well. He texts me almost every day that he's so excited that people are saying his name this year, which is, that's very touching for someone of his age who has dedicated his entire life to playing poker. So appreciate that,
I
Brandon.
mean, if we're being real, who's more deserving than the man that has the most tournament cashes? And I'm not saying man, but the person that has the most tournament cashes in poker history. Who's more
I
deserving than that?
I don't disagree, Brandon. And it's amazing that it's not been done already. That's the part that I don't. Well, I do understand at some level, but I don't understand
I,
because
the thing for
it's
me is
about accomplishment.
they do one person a year, and it's so tough to pick. And maybe you know the rules. Is it so? Matt Savage would not go in as a player, he'd go in as a poker. I don't know
Well,
the
in
correct
a,
word.
in industry personnel,
Industry person,
yeah. Okay,
right?
so like I said, I want to look at this year's rules. Pardon me, because I don't know if anything's been changed. And there have been years that there have been more than one inductee. Um, what, in my opinion, needs to happen is why not do one or two players and no less than one industry person? Because there are so many deserving industry people as well. I mean, Matt Savage, for God's sakes, came up with the rules with his two partners, Linda and Jan, came up with the rules that we go by today. Like, I don't understand. But anyway, I'm hoping they're tweaking those rules so that we can solve some of the issues I feel are there with the process. Fingers crossed.
So one more question:
Sure.
Is it just one person per year, whether it's player, industry person? It doesn't matter,
Well, that's
right?
what I'm saying.
As far as last year's rules, I guess.
Last year it was just one across the board.
So it could be a player, industry person. It doesn't matter. Just one person. Period.
Right. One person.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah,
So,
I think
and if you,
at least a player and an industry person at the same time would
right,
be.
one and one is
You know.
fine too. Because I
Yeah.
mean, let's face it, if you have a superstar at the poker table like John Cernuto, what industry person is going to be able to outvote him? Get more votes than him, right? And that's not disrespectful to the industry person, but when people think about the Poker Hall of Fame, they're thinking about the players, and so it's kind of, to me, it's kind of an unfair situation for the industry people who works so hard on our behalf. Like earlier, I mentioned Eric, who was inducted in 2012. He invented the satellite tournaments that we all, you know, love to play to get us into bigger buy-ins. And so and he was a huge, like, he did so many things in the world of poker. It's crazy as a industry person. So it's, to me, it's important to recognize those people in the Hall of Fame, and we just have to, kind of even the playing field out. And to me, simple solution: one player, one industry person. Very simple.
I totally agree with what you're saying because Matt Savage should be in. He
100%.
what he basically invented all the rules that the tournaments go by today, right?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
for the most part.
And now
And
and this year
and John has had the most tournament cashes in poker history. So I mean that's the two obvious choices if you were to do one player and one industry person, right?
right. And Matt Savage just kicked off the Savage Average tournament structure that he came up with himself. That's his baby. So now he's inventing innovative ways to change the game of poker and to benefit the player, do something a little different. So now he's invented a poker structure we're going to go by. So, you know, there's so many ways to look at it, but plain and simple, the simplest solution, in my opinion, your opinion, is one and one poker player, one industry player.
And which, by the way, I've heard a lot of people love the Savage Average structure.
I loved it.
I heard nothing but good things from on Twitter and just people that I know that played in it. I know a couple people that played in it because I think he started it at Thunder Valley, right?
um,
I think that was the first
I don't know.
stop that he did it at.
I thought the first stop was overseas, but I may have that confused because he did Thunder Valley before he came to Washington State, and I went to play it when he came to Washington State. But before that Thunder Valley visit, he had done it once or twice overseas. So I'm not sure, I'd have to look that up, but he has done it at Thunder Valley because it was right before I played it here in Washington.
Okay, so maybe first time stateside.
Right. Now that may be correct. Yes. Yes.
But I I read nothing but good things on Twitter and like I said, I know two people that played it and they loved it. So I mean, yeah, he's doing innovative things. I love it. Love it.
Right. And
You know,
he's not going.
we get tired of the same boring
I was
poker game,
just
right?
going to say, he's trying to do innovative things because we get stale sometimes, right? And it's nice that somebody's trying to do something on our behalf. And, he's very deserving of the nod. And, he can tell you, when I saw him at the tournament, I told him I want to do an interview with you so we can push for you to be in the Hall of Fame as well. And so we haven't been able to connect, but believe me, that's going to happen. We're going to do the push for him as well. And may not end up being this year because of timing, but we started it last year. We're going to continue until it's done.
One more thing I'll say.
Sure.
I know you're wanting to go.
No, it's okay.
I it's great to see John Reisner get another bracelet. I've always been a huge fan of his.
I like him.
I don't know why. I really like him. I really just enjoy watching him play poker. And I want to say he's got to set the record for most years between bracelets. Like when was his first one? I want to say 2014 or 2015,
Well,
something like
I'm going to
that.
tell you, if you go look, uh, the space may be bigger for Dean Eggs than it is for him.
That's a good yeah, that's a good point.
Um,
But
I'd have to look
on
that up.
my WSOP on my WSOP bingo card, I did not have John Reisner winning a bracelet. I got to be honest, but it was very good to see it. Like I just got on Twitter last night, and 8 minute like he tweeted out, "Well, guys, won another bracelet number two," and I'm like, "What? John Reisner won another
How
bracelet?"
exciting for him.
Just I don't know why I don't know. I've just always been a big fan of his, so it's really good to see him win a second one.
And do you have any picks for anyone that you think might win their first one this year?
Ruben Costa,
Oh, I like it. He's been on a roll. I like it.
I'm rooting for him.
I
He's been
like it.
running well.
Do you know
I
do you
don't.
know Andreas that hangs out with us in the spaces?
Yes, he won a win tournament a couple weeks
He
back,
won, yeah, but he
right?
came in fourth place for 90 grand in a tournament day before yesterday, and then before that,
No
yeah, and
kidding.
then before that he came in. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but he came in another WSOP tournament. He cashed in that one for a good amount too. So he's really on a roll at the WSOP. So I would not be surprised whatsoever if he doesn't win one this year.
That would be awesome. I would love anybody that hangs out in spaces to win one. That would be fantastic.
I know.
Just all,
I think it'll be so fun. And, we had Joe on yesterday afternoon for an interview. And, there's certain things that when it happens, you just stop and think, wow, like this is full circle. This is meant to be. This is any of those cliches you want to say. But Joe was telling us that he's hitting the road with his comedy tour this coming week. And that stint of his road trip is going to end July 5th in Las Vegas. And the name of the club he's going to be at in Las Vegas on July the 5th is called The Space.
ha, it's meant to be.
Is that not ironic?
Somebody, I really hope somebody from Spaces wins a bracelet this year. I really
I
do.
do too. And I just think that, you think about Brian. Brian started this WSOP series so strong, having a great finish at a tournament, coming in 12th place. And he's been grinding trying to win a bracelet for 20 years. Is this going to be his year? It certainly can be. He's going into it with all the ducks in a row that he needs, and it's awesome. I think he has a great chance. Slay heads out there this coming week. He's been grinding for years, and he has a something to prove, right? After being banned from the WSOP, and now the ban is lifted, so he's going to go play. He's got something to prove. And is it going to be his year for a bracelet? Um, I can think of so many women. JJ Lou, who's been around for 20 years, and people hear me say often that she's deserving of being in the Hall of Fame. Is it going to be her year to win one? She won one online last year, but is it going to be her year to win one in a live, tournament, MTT or what? So I love that conversation, and I love to see that develop this summer because it's exciting to see folks, like you said, Raciner won one, and you're excited for them. I think that's what this is all about.
And where did Brian finish? In the what? That was event number one or event number
Event
two?
number
Did
two,
he?
and he finished in 12th place. So just outside of the final table. And I don't know if you know or not, because I know you took a break, and I should have asked you how your mom's doing, but um, he I forgot what I was going to say. He cashed 12th in that tournament. And I don't know if you know, that's what I was going to say, that there are four of us that have 5%. We're splitting 5% of his action this summer. So he made us a little bit of money. So it's me, ASG, Avi, and Snoop are all splitting 5% of his winnings. So he made us a little money already.
Well, good. And if you don't mind me asking, did what did I mean? I could look it up online, so I don't think it's like anything that's too private, right? You know what it cashed out at?
Uh, oh, I hate to say figures without having it in front of me. I want to.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you
No,
on the
no, no,
spot.
no. It's okay. I will text that to you later because I don't want to say the wrong number. I'm a little stickler for that kind of stuff.
No, I know, especially since it's recorded. But I know he ran deep, and I kind of got ready to go to work, so I just got off Twitter and didn't really follow anything. So I'm just now catching up. So it's good to see him run deep. Like that's awesome. He was that close to the final table.
Yeah, he did so good. And
Like
I want to say it
no,
was like 20 grand, something like that, maybe. Yeah,
okay.
that
Hey, I mean, hey, made you some money.
absolutely. For sure. And it was so much fun railing him as it is railing anybody that does well. ASG's going out there soon, I'm pretty sure. So maybe we'll be railing him soon. If not, we'll definitely rail him when he gets there.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm thinking the last weekend of June. I'm going to try to go out.
I hope you do. I'll look
Uh,
forward to seeing you.
see
You
everybody.
owe me a dinner date, mister.
Well, you're buying, right?
No, you invited me,
Since
dude.
Brian, no, Brian's making you all this money. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, maybe by then he'll win a big event, and then yes, I will be buying. All right,
Yeah, it's
I'm
okay.
gonna sign off,
All
you
right. Thank you
guys.
so much,
Thank
Terry. I
you.
appreciate it.
I appreciate you joining, and I appreciate everybody joining. And have a good day. If you're playing today, good luck on the felt, everyone.